Hey, this is Ronald from Mad Skills University. And if you're looking for an absolutely free open source video editing software that runs on Windows and Linux and on a Mac, even older systems, check out Shotcut. Just go to shotcut.org. And if you go to the download page, you see here's Linux, Mac, and Windows. It knows I have Windows, so I'm going to download the installer. Now, first thing I look at is interface and menu. Here's my audio, my equalizer, editing, FX, special effects, color. I want to bring some assets over here. Normally you have track 1, track 2, track 3. If I want to save my project, I can start it with a save file. I did provide you with some videos. I have one audio file. You can bring in your own audio. Go ahead and download those or choose your own. This is coming in order only because I had to go down to sort and rearrange it by name. First thing I want to do is cut this video or trim it. It's too long. Select where I want to trim it and then just click on this. I separate that, select it, and delete it. Let's bring down our second clip of the waiter. Bring that over a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring them all down, and I'm going to speed this up. Now that we have all the videos cut, look at some basic setup stuff. If I go up here to settings, I can actually change my theme color to darker. And then also look at other settings like your output settings, and you can look at your video modes at 1080p. You don't get a lot of setup options here, but you do get enough to make a difference. Well, now that we have our cuts, what I want to do is speed up two clips. This clip and this clip. Select the clip you want to speed up. Go over here to properties. Select that, and here's your speed. You can change other options here. Let's change this from a 1 to a 3 and click anywhere. Let's go over to this clip and do the same thing, except we're going to go to a 2. Now our speeds are correct. Let's move on to transitions. This will be a standard cut. If I want to create a transition, I bring it over and overlap it. The more I overlap it, the more it transitions. Let's go to about right there. As you can see, I have a simple dissolve. I can change it a little bit, or I can change that dissolve into something totally different. Let's keep it a dissolve, and let's see what that looks like. If I bring this clip over and overlap it, I can go back up here and change it to something else. And let's see what that looks like. And bring this clip over, overlap that. And let's change that to a circle. Now press play, and there's your circle. If I wanted that to go slower, what I'll do is overlap it more. I'm going to go ahead and bring this clip over here and overlap it, and we'll change that to a matrix shake. Not sure what that looks like. Play around with these different transitional options, and once you become familiar with them, you'll know which one you want to apply. But I like this because I can create really simple and pretty elegant looking transitions. Lastly, I want to show you a simple fade. So we're going to fade in and we're going to fade out. So I'm going to go to this last video clip here, go up to the right corner, and as you can see, there's a blinking circle. Take it and drag it over. Then go to the left corner and drag this one just slightly. Now this also works with audio. And play that back. Let's move on to filters. What I want to do is left click on any video clip. Go up to filters. Now go down to plus. And the default favorites are here. I can do color grading. If you see this symbol, this means that you can keyframe that. Let's go ahead and take that off. And let's remove that. And I can change my coarse contrast. Let's keep that on. I can add to that. Now let's go with the video. So if this were an audio file, I would have options here as well that actually work. Scroll through this and pick ones and play with it, see what they do. On video, I can stabilize a video,
I can crop and zoom it. I can resize it. I can rotate it. I can do a lot of different things. If I want to add text, for example, I'm just going to type in text here. Let's go with a simple text. And that's what it looks like. This is the code for time. I'm going to type in reopening. As you can see, it types all the way across. To resize it, I'll grab a corner, move it in, and grab the middle here, and I can center it. You can also change things here as well. Let's center middle. I can change the thickness here. Let's make it 5. And we can change the color. Or, this is the font here. I can change that too. You can also animate this, bring it in different ways. You can fade this in and fade it out. This is when you want to have text on the actual video clip. Just want to give you a few ideas of what you can do. So if you scroll down, I can create a box and blur it out in the middle and make it a circle. If you want to blur someone's face, you can do chroma key. Again, you can color grade, change the contrast, duration, saturation. You can do a lot of things here. You can add LUTs as well. So I would say go through some of this and see what you want to change. Change the opacity. Let's go ahead and go to size. I'll type in just size. And now here's your size, rotation. Now again, if you see this, this means that you can keyframe this. And that means that you can have it rotate and move on its own like an animation. If I want to rotate this, I can just rotate it. Or I can grab it and move it around. And I can change a lot of this. Let's go ahead and change it back to default. If you get lost, I can exit out of this. Now it's back to my playlist. And I would just say scroll through this, play around with some of it so you know what it does, and just start applying it to your video clips. And then whatever you like a lot, bring it here to your favorites. I gave you 2 other video clips. These 2. Let's go ahead and bring the cars down though. As you can see, it's too long, so we can grab this and bring it in, and that extends it out. Bring it to about right there. Now what I want to do is detach the audio. Let's go ahead and right click on this video, go to more. You want to click on here, detach audio. And you want those to be 2 separate files. The reason I have a blank track here, so I'm going to right click this, go over to track options and remove track. You can also give this track here more height. Right click, track height, and here there's your shortcut. Let's play the clip. Okay, another tip. As you remember, I told you that you can also fade in your audio and your video. So just grab the pulsating circle and move it over. Take this circle and move it over. In terms of your videos, if you want them to fit correctly to the screen, go down here and click on this little drop menu and click here, Zoom Fit. On the video, when it's red around the border, you know you have it selected. Go up to filters. We're going to add color grading. We'll go to favorite, make it easy. And I expanded that because I know we have 3 wheels here in color grading. Let's take the video back to the beginning, right here. Now what I'm going to do is start color grading. So if I just color grade, it just color grades, right? We know that. I'm going to press Control or Command Z as a zebra to go back. Now, if I click on one of these, it starts a keyframe. So let's click on this one. Now you'll see a dot here. That's a keyframe. I can leave it there, take my marker, slide it over, and then move this over. Now it creates a second keyframe. So it's going to change the color. But at this point, if I clicked on this, now I'm working with my midtones. Move it over. Now let's activate the highlights. Move it over. Click there. From here, I'm going to stop my keyframing. Go to add. Now let's add something else. Let's add some brightness. Let's, at this point, we'll keyframe that brightness. Here I'm going to hold shift and scroll my mouse so I can see what's going on down here. Move it over. Keyframe that. Move it over. Now I'm going to move it over one more time and keyframe it to make it really bright. Then move it over. So it's only showing me the keyframing activity in brightness. If I want to see what I did in color grading, I go up here. Hope that makes sense. Now when you keyframe, keyframing is totally separate from your timeline. So what I'm keyframing here has nothing to do with my timeline. You will not see what you're keyframing on your timeline, but it will play on your timeline. Okay, another note on the zoom feature. You can also zoom it to 100%. But before I show you what this looks like, I did on-check the size, position, and rotation because I zoomed in too much. But about right here, let's go ahead and add text. So we can animate text in as well. So now we'll have our text come in and we'll put keyframing. And I can't see that. What I'm going to do is go over here and click on zoom to fit. So now I can see that. And again, we know how to manipulate text. Let's bring it right here. Sorry, grab it in the middle, bring it down. And there's our keyframing. We'll change the font to a funky green. To get rid of this border while you play the video, what you want to do is go up here and add anything else. And then deactivate it. Don't ask, but now the border's gone. Let's take it back to the beginning and play it all together. Say if I want to bring in keyframing right here, what I can do is drag my marker along to right here, press S and cut it. Then what I can do, if I want a keyframing to disappear about right here, I can press S again, and now I can bring in a filter just for that particular frame. And I can also fade that frame in or out. So that's one way to bring in, say, keyframing at a certain time only, and have it disappear or fade out. Try that if you want something to pop in or pop out. If you do this, you can also apply different effects. So play with different things and different options. But if you spend time with this program, like a whole day just playing around with it, I think you'll like it a lot. Now what I want to do is show you how to add text in a transparent track. I'm going to go up here, click on this, go to track operations and add a video track right here. It is selected, and we can call this transparent. We're going to go up here to other, go to color, and make sure it's transparent. Click OK. It should be black. Go back to your playlist here or here. Take the track from the screen and drag it over. And there's your transparent track. Now this allows you to place other videos on top of this. There are some people who do blurred out videos in which they put one video clip on top of the other and then blur out the person or the face in the top video clip. But you can do it this way as well too. I can also do motion tracking like this, so I can put my text over a car driving. Let's do that real quick. Go up to my playlist, bring down my transparent clip and put it on top. We'll go ahead and extend that all the way over. Go up to filters, add text, and we'll go over here and we'll type in Ronald McDonald. Change the color to green. I'm losing way back here in the back somewhere. Like I need to put it right there. What we're going to do, go over here Click on our text, this for positioning. Now it takes me to keyframing. What I can do is make this a little bit smaller. We're going to take Ronald and move it up to here. So now I created a keyframe. Play it some more. Stop it right there. Move Ronald McDonald up to here. And so on, and so on. So this is a manual way to track. See, I can move this over as well to fine tune my dots. Let's go ahead and play what we did back though. I did add a few more at the end, so I actually exited the screen. So let's see what it looks like. So that's how you keyframe a motion track. So the last thing I want to do is replace my detached audio with my own audio. So I'll bring down my song and put it right there. We'll take our marker here and we'll cut that by pressing S. Is lower the volume on here, so I'll left click the audio and I'll go up to filters and I'll click on the plus sign and go to volume. The gain and volume, click on that, and now I can lower the volume, turn it up a little bit, get rid of that, and we'll fade it in. So that covers all the basics.
In conclusion, I think that Shotcut is the absolute easiest program I've ever worked with. I came from the Adobe world. I used DaVinci Resolve and more CapCut. I actually do lessons on all of them, and this is the absolute easiest. I also like Kdenlive. I have links to that as well in all my other video lessons. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any comments, suggestions, or ideas, or you'd like to see me do something in particular, please let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Peace.